let me warmly welcome you all for the third session of Spectrum Event 2021. Mr. Jerad Dias, the partner of Audit and Assurance Division at BDO Sri Lanka, our guest speaker today. I am honored to welcome you, sir, to our virtual session that path to the future finders through external auditing. It's my great pleasure to welcome the senior lecturer, Professor C. Patiravasam, the stream coordinator, Dr. Madhurika Nanayakara, the lecturer, Ms. Niranjana Ekanayaka, and all the lecturers who are presenting today. Furthermore, I am pleased to welcome all the participants who are gathered here today for the session. What do you expect from being an audit trainee? What are the qualifications and skills you need to collect to move forward in the career path? So, to share that experience with you, to make you aware of how to face those challenges correctly, this session will find a good set of tips to achieve your career goal. We will be discussing everything that we need to know about auditing and why it is important to our career life. Hope everyone who is gathered here would give their attention and get the best out of this session to use them in your career path to success your future. So, to proceed with today's flow, let me have the honor of introducing our guest speaker, Mr. Jerad Dias, who is a partner at the BDO Sri Lanka and serves as the head of training at BDO. He is an associate member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka and also has more than 16 years experience in the audit industry. Dear sir, without further delay, let me humbly call upon you to enlighten the minds of these young future leaders with your valuable words.
Thank you, Mubina, for a kind of comprehensive introduction about me. And first of all, I must thank this organizing committee for inviting me to share my experience with our own students. And also I heard like some of the lectures are also joining. It's my pleasure to have you also here on this session and to support these students. So thank you, management of University of Kalani and the committee who is organizing this session series. I believe you do this session series for the benefit of your own friends or the undergraduates, for them to sort of get some good insights from the different expertise to shine their career. So I was thinking like this morning all day, like, okay, yes, it's around some 17 years a journey. So where like now you like to hear from me why it is important to get a training from an audit firm. So I sort of have to go back to 17 years, but you know, like one of the discipline or one of the good aspect which I have seen myself, I can even go back to my school life, because my first advice to you, even before we start the session, always remember your old days. I can tell like most of you, like maybe 95%, maybe 99%, those are coming from kind of similar background like me. So you would be very interested to know about my background then, because now you have been introduced. I have been introduced as a partner of one of the international firms, the 5th largest international in the world, and I'm one of the partners. So if I came to this level, saying that, like, I'm also one of this 95% of you, then I believe you like to hear about me. So maybe I'll start with my presentation, and then I like to share a lot of insights or the experience what I have gathered throughout my training and what I have observed. And as a senior citizen or a partner, you like to hear from me what it really matters to you when it's come to your career. Why your question is why we should be a part of an audit firm. Right. So before we go into the discussion, I think this evening you all like to sort of make it kind of interesting to you, rather being a kind of another typical student association, is to have very fruitful discussion or sessions for you, rather being like someone coming and going through some slides and go, right? But it should be very impactful for your life. If I may go back to my time, it was 20th February 2004, which I was asked to ask for an interview at Ernst & Young Sri Lanka. That was to get my training, right? So that time I was like you, I'm a second year student. I think I just stepped into second year. I was a second year undergraduate student of University of Colombo. And I had no idea why I should get into an audit firm. By 2004, the time I joined EY, I have completed the chartered accountancy third stage. In those days, we had foundation, intermediate, final 1, final 2, and case study. So I have completed my third stage. It's similar to your corporate level. So then I know that for me to set for the final exam and case study and get the membership, I need to have 4 years experience. Those days, if you got 3 years, you can get a 3 years experience, like 1 year exemption. But if not 3 years, you are supposed to go for 4 years training. That's what I remember. So my A-level results was ABC. So I know that I supposed to go for 4 years. So apart from knowing that I must go for 4 years experience, I don't know why I should get into an audit firm, right? So it was 20th February, we had the interview and they wanted me to come in. And 23rd February, I reported to work. The first thing I was told by my friend who helped me to get into EY, before you go upstairs, we had our lunchroom downstairs. Before you go upstairs, you make sure you dress well and you wear your tie, and then you neatly comb your hair, and then you go upstairs. So I realized, like, it is really matter that you have your right dress code when you get into the professional world. It could be a company, it could be any other place. So the first training advice I got is to my dress code, right? And then I went upstairs, and then my head of department, my senior manager, she can speak Sinhala, but she's sort of coming from that family background. She can speak well English, but she knows that we are new, but she starts talking to me in English, and I managed to understand what she's saying. And then she asked me to join with the audit, where the client is John Keel's group. If you may have noticed, York Street, we have a building called Mackinnon's building, right? Next to Standard Chartered Bank. So I was asked to go and join with that team. So I went there, I get into the building, I mean the finance department or the company area. I have seen many people on different cabins, and they were talking not singular. It's not singular. I can only feel that some S sound is going, right? You can understand what I'm trying to say. It was that fast English, so you can only hear the S sound. So I was very nervous because it is very different experience to me. Then I thought, okay, my gosh, now I have to do the audit. I know accounting. I know a bit of auditing because I have completed chartered to some extent. But how I'm going to face these accountant and account executive who are talking in English, right? So I went there and I used to hide my face even to client. But gradually I realized being an audit trainee, you have to go to the client and ask certain question and get your documents for your audit. So you have to find your way to plan how I go and talk. Even I practice myself before I go and talk. So the second experience I got, it's like English is matters, right? So why those are big things to me? Because I believe who are already in audit training firm or who would like to get into, the most of you will be, those are very special experience. For sure, for me, it's a very special experience. If I may share very little about my background, rather going, because our program or our session is not too much about that. I'm very humble to say this. Until year 2006, I was 25 that time. I haven't had my own room. I haven't had my own bed. I haven't had my own mobile. I haven't had my own computer or a laptop, whatnot, right? So until age 25, I haven't had anything. And 2004, I joined audit firm as audit training. So you can understand my background when I was joining an audit firm, and it is a very recognized international firm, and my client is John Case Audit. The excitement, the feeling that you will get, because you have never thought of that you can get into first place EY, and you have never thought of that you can work in a multinational company recognized in Sri Lanka. I know that you all agree with me. So having that background, having a person one time who was going around to find a job, it doesn't matter whether it's a salesman job, because the finance was challenging, right? The family budget is not that good, and I wanted to support my family. So I want to look around and find a job which will give me some reasonable money. But then fortunately, for some reason, with my with the advisors I got, I get into this audit firm, and my first month's allowance was 2,500. So why I'm putting all those things, first and foremost, audit training environment. I mean, when you want to think about getting this auditing training, first and foremost, it is really important your attitude. Why I'm saying the attitude matters, because I have heard a lot of things in my 16 to 17 years experience, which people put everything, any other things into the front, not the right attitude. So I thought today's discussion, I will do with you to find answers or share my experience or insights on why you should join an audit firm, and what you should do when they are in audit firm, and how you should do it, and when you may think of like moving to the next place, or the next place of work, right? Why I put this way, because the expectation is basically all what we do. I mean, like even though even you join an audit firm, your purpose is to get a support for your career from the audit firm, right? So there, I want to first explain you why, because the why should direct to your career, and how should direct to your career, and what and when should direct to your career. So I thought it is very meaningful if I go that way. So coming back to why, right? Before I come back to why, so now I told you where I started, right? Where I started, I thought I will also have this slide here, because then you will understand the journey I have come with an audit firm. Especially, I think you are very interested about the period from I think you are interested about my period from 2004 to 2008, because you like to hear from me about my experience as an audit trainee. But just to explain you, because you need to have a path in your career. So why I brought this slide to explain you, like it's not just came in. It was full of hard work, difficulties, challenges, good times, bad times. So 2004, I joined as a raw junior, and then gradually got promoted. And 2008, after I complete my chartered, I got promoted as assistant manager. And then 2011 is another significant year of my life, where I got promoted as a senior manager, not just because I got promoted as senior manager. The first time I'm taking this, taking in charge of this training and development side, where EY Sri Lanka has asked me to take the head of learning and development function of the firm in 2011. So today I am with that experience, where you also invited me to share my experience. It's like doing a kind of another session, where it start from my new journey in 2011 as a head of learning and development. Then 2015-16 time, I was in BDO Fiji office as an associate director, and I was also asked to look after training and technical function. And then 2017, I came back to Sri Lanka and joined BDO Sri Lanka. And today, last year, June, I was promoted as audit partner, and today I'm an audit partner and head of training of BDO Sri Lanka. So it is a very interesting journey. Why I like you even to discuss with your senior members. So even our lectures, everyone must have a meaningful path in their career, right? Everyone must have a very meaningful path in their career. It's not like what you call. It's not like what we call. That like this the Maggie noodles, 2 minutes instant, right? So you got a lot of instant thing these days, but your training, your experience that you want to get through a training, it's not instant thing. So you have to have a very meaningful journey. So I had that journey. So today you can see that I'm very happy to share that history of my journey. Then so it is always important. You need to have that attitude to understand. It is a kind of a long journey, where it could be a kind of a important element, important phase. The training is an important phase in that long-term journey. So I told you, like you always need to have that right attitude. Why I'm saying that? Yes, I too. Sort of back in 2004, when I was trying to join an audit firm, my intention was, I want to complete my 4 years training, because otherwise I can't sit for my exams. But I told you, even 23rd February when I joined, and when I went to that McKinnon's building, I told you, like, I felt that I'm getting into a different journey, right? My attitude got changed. From the first day, my attitude got changed. I said to me, no, I'm not here just to get that training. I want to get this, not to complete that 3 years or 4 years hurdle. but I want to get the experience to shine my career. So why I'm saying, like nowadays, we meet a lot of trainees, and if we ask the question, so why you join BDO? Why you join an audit firm? So they have no hesitant, but they said, okay, we join audit firm to complete our articles. Yes, you have a paper requirement to complete articles, but your right attitude will only help you to go to the right direction. Because if you come with that attitude of complete, you will most probably, you will miss what you are supposed to get from an audit firm, because there are a lot of opportunities for you to learn. If you don't have that attitude in your mind, so you will find it's a kind of a different experience, which may not be a kind of a positive experience. Because why I'm saying, like you and me being people who are doing chartered to following that discipline, getting into an audit firm, it's a part of it defines your career. Because you can't straight away go to the commercial field and sort of do things to find a way which is kind of successful. What I'm trying to say, like if you get into a training place like audit firm, where you get senior people, your friends, and the knowledge base that you have will help you to grow your career with mistakes, because we do mistakes when we learn, right? So what important is in a audit firm is, even though you do mistakes, there are many other people to correct those mistakes and help you to understand what you have done and to teach you. So that's a place, is a career defining place, because more you do things, more you learn from different people, then you will be equipped with what is required to go and go and demand for any position in the corporate world. And secondly, I think so matters. I told you, like when I start my training, my allowance was 2,500. So I'm also a person who had financial difficulties. So yes, I born in Piliandala, so it's a Colombo area. So I know the many undergraduates who are coming other part of Sri Lanka. They are having very different lifestyle. They're going through a lot of challenges. Like until 2006, what was my background? So I also had that financial difficulties, but I thought the only way me to help my family and to help the people like me, like you, that I must learn lot of things. I must enrich with my knowledge. I must be a demanding person. Then eventually money will come, and eventually I will have good money to help others also, because then I will grow up with my knowledge also. So that's where I like you to understand. Don't look at this the financial element. Why I'm saying, most of the cases I found trainees coming and they face for interview, and when we ask them, okay, look here, now you have to complete 3 years. So we are international firm. Hello. Am I clear? Hello. I think you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I heard a noise. Please, let's keep mute if nothing to share. Okay, fine. Right. So then when we say interview 3 years, and then some call us again and say, can we stay 2 years? Then why? No, I want to have first 2 years in audit training firm, and then I want to move into commercial to get a better pay, right? Because I want to help my family. And then there are some other batch, like they come and join with audit firm, and down the line they come up with, maybe after 1 year, maybe after 1.5 years, they come up with their stories to say, okay, look here, I have this problem and that problem. I do agree, because I most of the cases I am with my trainees. I'm with the people, so I know their problems, and I very well know their problem because I came from that background. But the problem is, yes, we have difficulties. I know that there are certain undergraduates, they get their bursary or scholarship, and they even send money to home, right? I experienced. I got my friends and I got trainees who having that experience. The thing is, yes, we need money, but if you sacrifice this learning exercise to get into a kind of a job as a kind of a accounts executive and get a kind of a good rate compared to trainees allowance, maybe because your knowledge gap, because you have only focused on money, you will find after some time you get stuck. You will find that you have no way to go up in the ladder. So you will stay there in a place. Then you will understand that you don't have that qualification, that experience, that training which is required. Then you find difficult to demand for better rates. So my suggestion is, like, we need to understand, we need to have that attitude also when you get into audit firm. And also, if you think about the other side, partners and your seniors, to get knowledge, right? And also there are a lot of other materials, training materials and training sessions and knowledge exercise there. And also the other benefits, that if you are in an audit firm, like, you will get different clients. Like say, if it is a 12-month period of work, you will work for 5, 6, 7 clients per year, right? So you are in a different industries with the different clients and different background. So that also will give you a kind of a help to grow your career, because you are getting different experience, right? So that's why I want to say this is a kind of a complete package, because we should not only look at the monetary factor, but the other benefits that will have to shine your career. And also, when you work with an audit firm, you know that you regularly engage with different you, and they know how good you are, how competent you are. And then you find that access to the corporate world through being in an audit firm, because when you complete your articles, if you want to go commercial, either your partners, managers come and help you to get into a corporate world to find a good job, or your clients might say, look here, if you want to, if you complete article and if you are looking for a job, why not you come and join with us? Because they have seen how good you are. So nothing to lose by getting an audit firm, because you will better open up corporate world, because you're dealing with the clients day to day in a different environment, right? So having said that, I think I like to ask the question whether it's a stressful environment, right? See, you are in a journey of learning, and you're very young still. So this 2 years or 3 years or 4 years experience is everything. So if you do not what you call unexpected thing for challenges, then it is very difficult you to go to the corporate world and face those challenges. So having stress in an audit firm is a kind of a different experience, because if you take it positively, you will see even that also part and parcel of your experience to shine your career. So I don't think like you might heard like people, your friends in audit firm, like they're working 24/7 around the clock, one after the other. But the thing is, you will realize the value of those commitments, those long hours of work, when you come to a particular level, when you come to that maturity level, that you will realize, okay, what I have sacrificed my life maybe for to more work, but now I know how to handle situations. Now I know that I'm very well equipped with different competencies and talents. So because of that, I know that I can face the world. So you will feel that you can handle even stress also. So you will have a learning phase for everything. So the stress also you will find as a learning exercise. So having said that, it is very important, I must say, we should not look at this training as a record filling exercise. Yes, maybe in your university or in Sri Lanka, but I very well know when it's come to your university's internship program, the objective of your lecturers, your management needs to you to go to audit firm and get that experience, that exposure, right? So it's just an evidence. They just want to an evidence through a record. That's why you complete record. But if you mix up your attitude, okay, I'll go and make sure that I will cover that 220 working days like Sri Lanka requirement. I will complete it and I pass it to my supervising member, get it signed, and 3 years gone, I'm done, and now I'm ready to go to corporate world. So that way it will not work. So don't go with that attitude of coming to audit firm to complete that article and complete that record book. So my first advice is you to understand why. The why will go with, I mean, you will find the correct answers for why if you do have that right attitude, and then you will find the right direction for your journey, which will be kind of a milestone for your career. Then one day when you go look at your training with audit firm, you can happily say that I was able to understand why I was staying there. I was there with an audit firm. So I had that right attitude. So I haven't looked at that this is a kind of a article filling exercise, but I wanted to learn from everything and everyone every day. So now today I know that I'm well equipped with certain competencies. So I'm very happy with my stay with audit firm. So we'll have that dream in our mind now, even before you get into audit firm. Then after you complete your training period, you will realize that you have got some good experience, because you need to dream, you need to imagine this is how your journey goes. So my first advice is to look at why clearly or carefully. There, when you have the right attitude, you will look at your why very well. Okay, right. So secondly, now the why is matters, and also then you will also have a question, what I supposed to do to go with that dream, right? So I will say it's all about your commitment, right? You need to have that undue commitment with you always to groom up your career. So being people who manage audit firms like me, and I have been there at your role also, our expectation, if I put in a very simple manner, our expectation is like, we know that in Sri Lanka, the partners in audit firms, any firms, they know that why trainee is joining audit firm to get a good experience, to upskill their competency, to shine their career. So we don't have different expectations. Our expectation is also to help you to groom your career, to upskill your competency, to make sure that you will go out from the audit firm as a better person. So there, we want to put you in a situation that you can bear anything and everything. So it's not like we you need to have that, you should look at that, okay, I'm working and they're coming and asking me only. No, when we see people taking the benefit of staying in a audit firm to get their training, when we see people are doing good, we assign more responsibilities for them, because we know that when more they bear the responsibility, more they take the challenges, they are in a better position to go out and accept any challenges in the corporate world. So our expectation, if we put in a simple manner, we also want to make sure you will have a good career. So there we want to see what we can bring into to make sure that you will shine your career, right? So there, it is important to understand, okay, during my 3 years or 4 years stay at an audit firm, what I should do. Okay, I'm committed, that's fine. Okay, I understand. You're also looking at me and you also want to help me. But then we need to understand or ask the question, then what I should do during my stay of 3 years at audit firm. For your simple understanding, I like to put those in two separate elements. The one is your technical knowledge, right? One is your technical knowledge. I think week before, I can't exactly remember the date. We had that the event of launching your technical case studies manual. I think most of you have attended, and I attended. You might have seen myself. So there, that's a very good initiative. I really like it because nowadays, like it is another challenge whether our professionals, young professionals, are well equipped with their technical knowledge. So the University of California, they have a program where when you get into internship, you can't just do it. You have to find certain issues that you come across during your internship program period, and you must build up a case based on that, and that is getting reviewed by your university management and by an independent supervisor, and then that will get recognized in the article, and that will get recognized as a kind of a best article also. So what I'm trying to say, the first and foremost thing, like when it's come to what I should do, for what I should be committed, the first element is technical. You have few areas of technical aspect that you need to look into. The first one is Sri Lanka accounting standards. Whether you continue in an audit firm or whether you go out as a commercial environment accountant or finance manager, you must know your accounting standard, because without knowing your accounting standard, you can't prepare and present your financial statement. You can't advise to your board on certain matters. So your technical per se, first thing, your accounting standard matter. Secondly, because you're getting into audit training, you must also understand how to apply Sri Lanka auditing standards. So that is the second element. And also, because most of the time you do audit companies, you need to have a knowledge on Companies Act number 7 of 2007. And fourthly, I think you know that the other side is the tax, right? So even though there are different professionals who are doing tax for clients, it is very important you also should have a general knowledge about clients' tax computation, because when you go out to the client, as you may go as a junior, but they see you as a representative of that audit firm. Let's say you are from you are audit trainee of KPMG or BDO, EY or PwC. They see you as a part of PwC or EY or KPMG, and the client come and say, "Look here, auditor, recently there were certain tax changes. Can you explain me what is the impact for my business?" Right? If you simply said, "Oh, look here, we have a separate team to do tax. I don't know tax," then I don't think your client will have that confidence, that interest on you, and the second time he won't come and ask questions from you. But if you fairly have an understanding what has happened in the reason, then you may say, "Look here, client, these things happen. This is high level, but to give you better insight in detail, let me call my tax manager and I'll make an appointment and I'll make sure that you will get that knowledge." So if you can have that dialogue, then your client will be happy. So to have that dialogue, you need to have that technical knowledge. So first thing is technical knowledge on certain disciplines. Why I'm saying those things is required. If you sort of person who reading or who have seen, I think you might have realized the next significant development in reporting is the sustainability reporting. Now everyone is talking about sustainability reporting, ESG, environmental, social, and governance and whatnot. So you will find even your accounting standard knowledge may not be sufficient, because your accounting standard, the complete set of accounting standards will get revised in years to come, maybe next 2 to 3 years time, everything will get changed. Then if you don't have a knowledge about what is there now, you will be you will find it's very difficult to match yourself with the upcoming changes. So it's a matter that you get that knowledge. So when you're in audit firm, you will day to day meet those different types of issues. And when you have that interest to read and go to your manager partner and discuss, they will share their insight, and then you will see that you grow with your technical knowledge for different clients, different issues, because you are in an audit firm, because you have that luxury or that opportunity to get access to different type of technical issues. And from the other side, what you should develop being in an audit firm, and or what we provide you being in an audit firm. The one is, I told you, the first thing is the client relationship, how you go and talk to client, how you deal with client to get the things done, right? And then your English, right? So my case, if I go back my experience, I'm not that good English for sure, but the situation pushes me to start speaking English. So I told you, my first client, my accountant doesn't speak Sinhala, right? And my senior is a Tamil, and she can speak Sinhala, but I'm also a person, you know, that you don't like when your senior is talking English, you don't want to speak Sinhala, right? You want to give a try, or you want to be silent as much as possible. So the situation pushes me to work to speak English anyhow. I don't say it's a good English, but it is a matter. It is a very important thing that you speak to your client, to your manager, your partners English. And we have that environment in any audit firm. It's a matter of, it's a question to ask whether you are getting that experience, because whether you are getting that opportunity, because if you come and speak Sinhala, I will also start speaking Sinhala, right? Most of the cases. So that's another side. Like if you in an audit firm, what you will get, the opportunity to talk in English and to deal with your clients for different matters, and also then the communication, then your presentation skills. You can't complete an audit by just sitting on your table and doing vouching and whatnot. You have to go to client and explain certain things. Explain mean you present, right? And you have to go back to your manager, and manager will review the file. Then you have to explain manager what has happened and whatnot. So explain mean like presentation. So then you realize, okay, I'm getting used to this presentation thing. I'm getting used to be more forward, and then you will get bigger challenge. You will ask for bigger challenge. So my case, I remember when I start a little bit of talking, I went to HR and I say, look, I want to do training. But they never put me in training, because they know that even I am interested, I am not that competent enough, right? So it's everything has a time. That's why I told you, like, it's not instant. You have to wait, and you have to slowly, steadily go there, right? So from the other side, you will also learn about loyalty, respect, right? And being humble to people, and teamwork. All those good qualities will be there in the training environment, because without displaying that your loyalty, you will not get the interest of other people to help you for your career. So you will eventually learn how to be loyal, right?
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, we can see other slide also.
Oops, okay, sorry. Let me fix it. Thank you for updating. Right. Right. I think we are good now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Right. So I was sharing with you about what you will get. Actually, you know, like if I ask this question first place, who should be responsible for your career? I would say 100% you responsible. The reason, if you leave a percentage to your employee or your partner or your manager, then you will not go to the extreme end, or you will not go to the maximum level of your commitment. So always it is good, or it is must, that you will have that 100% commitment for your career. So apart from this technical knowledge, you will also get the opportunity in an audit firm to build up good client relationship, improve your English language, improve your presentation skill, and have that personal qualities of loyalty, teamwork, and being humble and committed, right? So those elements will definitely day-to-day life, it's there in your professional life when you get into audit firm, and you can do mistakes. That's a good part, right? I mean, if you go in a commercial, it's a business place, so you can do mistake, mean you do mistake mean that they will suffer, or that may be bigger way impact to their business. But if you do mistakes in an audit firm, that everyone know that you're training, so you can do mistakes, and people are there to correct your mistakes and explain you how to correct mistakes and not to do it again, right? That is also important, not to repeat again. So the second question, why you should be an audit firm, the what question is all about what you should do being in an audit firm. It is about to be committed to have that technical and interpersonal skills, because when you complete your 3 years article, if people see that you are fairly good with your technical knowledge, and you are a person having that other attributes or other qualities or the soft skills, then you are a good product, which you manage to find that why being in an audit firm. But it is also important to note that if you ended up being a person who is very good in technical, but you can't present to people, you can't talk to people, you can't explain to people about your technical knowledge, I think then that is also a kind of a challenging situation for you, because you have not focused on that what element being in an audit firm. So what I want to say, from when it's come to what, there are many people to help you to meet your requirement, because our objective is to support to meet your expectations. So when you come and talk to your managers, your partners, your seniors, they're always there to help you to find that what, right? The technical knowledge or the soft skills. So that is another aspect you need to look at when you getting the training in an audit firm. So first you need to draw why, and then you need to focus on what, and then you have the question of how, right? So how you should do it, right? How is all about focus. How is all about focus. So focus mean like you focus on why you are here. You always must see that dream, why you are here. Why I'm saying that it is natural that when you get into audit firm as a bunch of undergraduates, you have your friends, you have colleagues, and you have different groups. Fine, like as long as you these groups you will work for your why collectively, then fine. But if you spend time like gossiping, or just doing spending time like without focusing on what you should learn, what you should complete, or just do it until you were asked to complete the job, you just do it. And when someone is asking you whether you have completed the job, and then you come up with 1,000 questions, so you pass incomplete works to the manager or senior, that he will get unhappy. I think then you are not focused, right? So to find that why dream, you need to understand what you should do. To do that, to do those what properly, you need to have that focus. So that's where I brought this how. So focus is from the day one is matters. When you focus, you will see that you are going to that direction. Of course, even though you focus, you will also find ups and downs in your life and challenges in your life. Like say, for example, the last 1.5 years, we are experiencing this pandemic, and we never expected this type of things happen. Now, your question comes in a virtual environment without physically seeing each other. how you focus. So my answer for you is like, it's a continuous engagement. You need to find ways and means to continuously engage with your teams, your managers and partners. Same thing for us also. We need to make sure, if we want to work for your meeting your expectation to help you achieve your wide dream, then we also need to get engaged with you. So there, the focus is also always matters. So when you wake up in the morning, focus on what you're supposed to complete today, and what before even starting those jobs, ask the question, when I sleep tonight, what sort of things I want to recall that I have learned, because it's a journey of acquiring knowledge and experience being an audit firm. So just don't just do it because your senior has assigned you to do some work. Just don't just focus on the work, but ask yourself, what I'm going to learn today, acquire today, when I go to bed. If I ask the question whether I get some answers, focus on that side when you start the day. That's what we call focus, right? It's focus is focus. Focus is about asking how this particular piece of work when you help to achieve, slowly go to my wide dream, to collect what I should collect, right? So the focus is matters. There, I strongly recommend you to do certain do's and don'ts. Yes, one first thing is always ask from yourself what I am going to get out of this particular piece of work. Secondly, always consult your seniors, your managers, your partners, whenever you have problems, or whenever you want to acquire new knowledge. And then always be busy with reading materials, acquiring knowledge, because every day when you make it as a habit to spend some time, you will realize that you are slowly going through that journey. Not just you realize going through the journey, that will become as an habit and you want to continue that. So those are kind of good do's. And also to ensure that you have that utmost commitment, that teamwork, that eager to learn and develop yourself. Those are matters. And don't waste your time, right? I think this pandemic has also given an opportunity for you to acquire new skills and find some good time to find some time to spend for good things, rather having extended hours on the bed or social media, right? So this is a kind of opportunity. So you need to understand there are certain opportunities coming for you to acquire knowledge. So do not waste your time, get the maximum benefit of your time. And secondly, do not getting into how can I say trash talking or gossip, which has no meaning to your career, which has no meaning to your life, which has no meaning to your friend even. So don't get into those, because at the end of the day, you may go through that process and you will see some others are busy focusing on what they're supposed to do for their wide dream. And then eventually you will see they have been recognized, and you will find it's an unpleasant environment, that audit firm, because you have not focused on your wide dream and what to do, right? So don't do engage with unnecessary experience. And we also give you that experience by making you busy with certain works, you to understand what should be my focus, because that really matters when you tap into corporate world, to be focused, because you will see the world is moving very fast. So you have been given responsibilities in the corporate world one day when you get into, so then your focus mindset should be there. So, or training environment, audit firm training environment will give you enough opportunity to develop your focus mindset to do what is required to go for your wide dream, right? Then the last, not least, my fourth question is when, right? Nowadays it's a very serious challenge. Now, I told you my personal life, I told you, right? I haven't had my own bed or my mobile or my room at the age of 26. Yeah, very young young life and you have those needs, right? You like to have a mobile phone with you, right? You like to have your own room for your privacy. You like to have a desktop to sort of do your work and watch some movies and whatnot, right? But I haven't had those things. And also, in our early days at audit firm, training firm, we used to work we used to do the manual audit work in papers. We don't have laptops, right? The particular division has only X number of laptops and the senior people are using that laptop. We had two desktop, which is for common use. You have to wait in the queue. Like there are 10-15 people who are waiting for the queue to use the common desktop. So you have to wait. So we tend to do the physical work. We tend to have the manual audit file, manual audit working papers. But nowadays, today we take people and tomorrow your question is, how am I getting a laptop? How can I start do my work? Kind of fair enough. I don't want to say it's a kind of a complaint you made. It's kind of fair enough because the entire practice is moving to the paperless environment where you need to have those things. But I'm trying to say those are like, I would say like physical thing, right? But what about like you come today and after 3 months, after 6 months, you have different expectation. Oh, now I have been given one audit. Now I know how to handle audit, right? Oh, I have been with this audit and that audit. Oh, now I know how to tackle difficult audits, right? Likewise, okay, I have done one construction company. Now I know how to apply SLFRS 15. So it's not that way. Like this learning journey, we need to go slowly and steadily, right? Just because you were given, you were asked to manage an audit, that doesn't mean that you have improved and you are good with your leadership style, right? Skills. So it's a very it's a journey that you need to go slowly and steadily. That's why I'm bringing this, at least this 2 to 3 years experience time, because unfortunately most of the cases in the current world, we see everything like instant. But now I told you what you need to gather being in an audit firm: the technical knowledge and the soft skill, right? Technical knowledge, I don't think you will agree. Like, I don't think you read today SLFRS 16, tomorrow you can explain to anyone, right? So it's a slow and steady, like you have to practice. You have to read the standard today and maybe tomorrow piece by pieces, and you do some examples, some case studies, and you look into different industries and discuss with those clients about their case studies, their cases, and come and study the standard, how to apply. And you discuss with your superiors, your friends, your managers, partners. So it's a long process, even to acquire technical knowledge, right? So what about client relationship? Now, today you went and had a good discussion with your client, and your client is happy, and he sent a mail to saying, partner, look here, your trainee is very good. He has a good discussion with me, and he helped me a lot. So you mean like, it means that whether you have acquired that required knowledge to have the client relationship? No, right? Because you will find different type of clients. You will find different type of situations. You will find different level of dealing with the client, right? You may, as a trainee, might deal with the account executive in one place. Account executive is very supportive and helpless. So they like you to support, and account executive is not that competent. But the next audit, and you feel that, I managed to have a good client relation. Now I'm good. The next client page you go, and your account executive is very well aware about the new tax changes and IFRS 16, where you are trying to work on SLFRS 16 matter, and that you don't know how to apply, but your account executive knows. Do you think that you can maintain a good client relationship? No, you have a knowledge gap. So that's where you need to have that good client relationship. Okay, look here, client, SLFRS 16, there are requirements. I know that I'm still in the reading stage. I like to first see what you have done. Then we can go back and review. And if anything, I'll come and discuss. So you to develop that dialogue, to avoid showing that you don't know and you are helpless, but still to get the things done, you should have that art of developing good client relationship, right? So those are not instant. That's what I'm trying to say, right? Like teamwork, loyalty, those things will come over the period. So it takes time, you to go to that level. That's why I'm saying, when you get into this training environment, look at that slow and steady journey, little by little, go up little by little, and when time goes, you will see you are growing very fast. There's a point until that point you will see you're going very slow, but you know that you're going there, right? But after some time you will see that you can your face, your space of going, your the trend of moving upwards, it's getting very different, because more you get the experience, more you become mature, then you know how to tackle the situation and go up. And then you will find that a steady journey is coming, because your beginning was slow, but it was positive. And after some time, you know that now you can bear a lot of things, so that steadily and slowly you will go up. That journey will come if you are in a training environment. That's why the audit firm training is very important for you to have that slow and steady journey, focusing on what you're supposed to do go for that wide range. So it is very important. You should have that reasonable time period with an audit firm to get that training, with a focus mindset, by understanding what you're supposed to do, to go for that your wide dream. So my suggestion for you is to look at your wide dream, okay, and then understand to go for that wide dream, what I supposed to do, and then have that focus mindset to accumulate that what I supposed to do, and also have that discipline in your mind. It is a journey of slow and steady. It's not an instant journey. So when you have all these things in your within you, when you are in an audit firm, you will find this 3 years experience. It's not just a completing a record book, but it's an experience that you can proudly put in your CV, to say that I have worked in that place, that audit firm, for X number of years, and that will be a plus point in your interview for you to get a better job. And of course, you will find then many people are willing to, like people like us, to give a recommendation to your potential client, to say that, okay, look here, this person has focused on his works, his dream. He has done very well being in trading place. So we can highly recommend. So that discipline, that journey, that whole package will come if you are working in an audit firm as a trainee, but not just come and join and sign an agreement and do, but you need to focus on, you need to draw your wide dream, and you need to focus on what you're supposed to do. And you must also understand it is not instant, it is a slow and steady game. So to end up my session, I'll leave this to you. Winning is a habit. Winning is a habit. Success is a choice. So what I got from this is like, okay, when you do a lot of things, focusing on your wide dream, right, and what to do, and the focus mindset, and slowly and steadily, you will see like winning coming as a habit. Wherever you go, you win. But you must understand success is a choice. Why success is a choice? You can win, but when you more win, when you get when you get success stories, winning stories after one after the other, you need to also have that soft skills, human skills coming to yourself. You need to be very humble and simple person. When you have that wide dream, when you focus and do what you're supposed to do in a nice, in a very colorful or very meaningful pattern or a journey, with a slowly and steadily, you will find the winning will come. And then when the winning is coming, you will see that you are matured and you are going up in the ladder. Then you must ask yourself, I must be humble and simple. So training environment gives you from the day one to have that habit in your mind, that I should be a very humble and simple person while I'm focusing on my dream, because one day you will see that you are going to your dream, but if you're not humble or simple, you will find it difficult to find the success, even though some may call you are successful, but your inner self might say, oh, I'm not a good person to everyone. So I leave that message with you while I'm finishing the session. So focus on your wide dream. When you are in audit firm, you will have that wide dream, open environment to have your wide dream, because you can work with mistakes and many people are there to help. Just don't just wait, stop there by having the wide dream, and focus on what you're supposed to do. Get the support of everyone to do that thing, and understand it is not instant. It should be slowly and steadily. And while you're doing, have that humble and simple qualities in your inside, because that will be a complete package to the corporate world. So thank you, Student Association, for inviting me for today's this sessions. Now I would like to take up any questions or any advice or any thoughts that you like to share with me. So over to you, my students. If you have anything, we can discuss now.
Thank you so much, sir. So if you all have any questions, you all can now send them through the chat, or you all can unmute yourself and ask them directly from Mr. Jerad Dias.
Right. Maybe they're having good thoughts in mind. That's good. Maybe no question for now. One thing I want to leave you before I stop the session. Now, see, you have seen this coronavirus or the COVID coming and disturbing your life. The beginning, even I was thinking like this is a kind of a negative thing which will never sort of help us continue what we are supposed to do. But I have seen day to day a lot of good things happening around me, because why? I have I have completely forgot about that negative vibes going through my mind about COVID-19. So I thought of focus on any other things happening around the world where people are sleeping or silent. It's my time. It's good time me to wake up and find things, because I think you also realize the world has been sort of a small place now because of this virtual environment. So a lot of things happening while a lot of people are sort of waiting until things get settled. So my suggestion for you also, please focus on your journey, get the maximum out of your career and this period. If you're already in an audit firm, do your job very well, pass your deliverables on time, and because you will see that people will highlight you, and people will see even under pandemic environment, you have done a good job. So that will be a kind of a positive thing for you. So maybe I think that's good for you before I end up. So I thank you. I like to thanks again for the association, and also I wish all the very best for the rest of the sessions and the program. So over to you, committee.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. So before we end this session, I would like to request all our lecturers and the students to turn on their cameras to take a nice photograph with Mr. Jerad Dias.
Okay, that is good. All right. Maybe I stop sharing.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Jerad Dias, thank you very much for that amazing and informative session. We are really happy that you found time to grace this occasion as our guest speaker. So as we have come to the end of our session, I'm sure all of you have now become more informed on the job role of an external auditor and the skills needed to become an effective auditor. So I would also like to express my heartfelt gratitude towards our lecturers and the students for participating in this valuable session. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. It's always special